yeah, let's make a different angle for every Askew Askme video. That sounds like a plan. That sounds fun. Askew Askme 3. If you don't remember, and if you're a new subscriber and you don't know what's happening right now, why is everything so heavy? No, why this angle is just completely destroyed and awful? That's because it's a series called Askew Ask Me, where I answer your questions in a very non-satisfying angle, because that's a pun and I like it. So I feel like I made a bit of a mistake in this series, because I assumed that the questions would come in under every single episode, but that's not what happened. So I just now know that I should have split the first video, maybe in like 3, not an episode and a bonus, but just like in 3 episodes, and get like 10 questions per episode. That would be way better. But instead of doing that, I skipped some questions from that were supposed to be answered in the first video, and I just answered them in the comments, and I feel like maybe some people didn't really get those responses. So is that a word, responses? That sounds weird. Anyway, I didn't really get pretty much any questions under the second episode, probably 1, and that's okay, but I just felt like I could make the third episode out of the first questions that I only answered in the comment section. Of course, the more interesting ones. So yeah, let's go. Someone's dog is barking right now. Why does the dog need to bark right in this exact moment? It didn't bark throughout the whole day, and it has to bark now. So Gavin asked, Martikor, considering your excellent comedic timing, have you ever considered live comedy? Maybe in the uni clubs, something. Stand-up comedy is kind of an underground thing in Poland, and uni clubs are kind of a non-existent thing in Poland, so not really. I mean, I thought about it in like I think about many things, but I never thought about it seriously. Like I would freaking poop my pants, okay? I am really bad at performing live. Live videos on YouTube and YouTube videos in general are a bit different, because it's not exactly live. You don't see the people that are looking at you, so it is different. I performed music a few times, and it's awful to me. I get so much anxiety that is just overflow. So no. And I like my sense of humor, but I am one of like few people who like my sense of humor. So I feel like it neither would be satisfying for me to do stand-up or also the audience, so that doesn't make much sense. I mean, there are a few stand-up comedians in Poland, but I never got really interested in that, especially the Polish ones. I feel like there are things called kabaret, which is like you have a group of people, like a comedic band or something, and they just perform like scenes, you know, sketches, this kind of stuff. And in Poland it really sucks ass. Like oh my god, it's so cringy. So I guess Poland doesn't really have stand-up comedy or anything related in a very high level, so they I'm just not the target, I guess, and therefore people would not really understand my comedy. And when it comes to the uni clubs thing, well, Polish university is a lot different from American one, I believe. So there is pretty much no such thing as uni clubs. I mean, there are extra activities that you can make, and there are some kind of circles, but they're mostly like scientific circles. You know, it's just this extra work that you can do and have it on your report card or whatever. or just stay at a university and work there. So yeah, so I haven't really heard of any kind of university clubs that would support comedy or anything artistic or anything like that. So that's not a thing. Do you own a full copy of all the Sims for PC? This question was asked 5 months ago, and I responded that I have Sims 2, 3, and 4. But actually, my boyfriend got me this baby when he was in England for work, and just what? I never actually had an original copy of The Sims 1. Sims 2 either. I got Sims 2 when it was for free. The complete collection, the ultimate collection, so there's that. Yeah, so yeah, so I have these babies now, and I didn't really want to ask how much it cost. He said that it was a bit expensive, I think. So if he said that it was a bit expensive, it was super fucking expensive, okay? So yeah, so I have The Sims 1 original. Finally, I have the full collection. Kinda, I mean, it's not the full collection, but it's the collection I need, I would say. I don't have every single expansion for every single game, but yeah, I have all I need now. So yeah, so I have The Sims 1, the complete collection as you saw, The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection that I got for free on Origin when it was for free. I mean, you can still get it, but it's a bit more complicated now. The Sims 3 with 7 expansions and some stuff packs, and The Sims 4 with all the expansions, some game packs, some stuff packs, just some of it. Yeah, this channel started as a Sims channel, so there had to be something about Sims. How much nothing can a Dindu do if a Dindu didn't do nothing? I think Dindu can do a lot of nothing because I'm a Dindu. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Probably a lot. A lot. Do you know any Kleczinskis? That's the last name of my Polish ancestors. No. I believe that this name was kind of Americanized or like just transformed because it doesn't sound that Polish. I believe that in Polish it would be Kleczinski with a Y or even Kleczinski, but I've never heard a name like that. The closest I know is Kleczinski, but it's not even that close. So it's common that I hear names like in the last tweets and stuff, that I see names that are supposed to be Polish and are definitely Polish because someone had that name, but I just never heard it. It's amazing. Is your mom English speaking? If so, would she describe her experience during the transition of the 90s? Pretty much the only thing my mom can say in English is, "Hello, my name is Mary." And also, she doesn't even know that a thing as a YouTuber even exists. So I guess the answer is no. I believe this video will be way shorter than the other ones, which is good, because the next question is the last question in this video, but also the response will be the longest, so prepare yourself. It's in Polish. Do you give any tutoring lessons in English? I have given tutoring lessons a lot at some point, but I have really mixed feelings about it. I'm not really sure if I'm good at it or not because I have very various experiences. I had one student that was my first student, and she was great, and I'd been giving her lessons for 2.5 years, I believe. So when we started, she was like 11 and a half or something, and now she's 14, so it's freaking amazing. And I didn't even realize that fully, but when she found out that I won't be her teacher anymore because I'm leaving town, I'm moving to another city in like 3 weeks probably, she wrote me a message on Facebook because we're friends on Facebook and she follows me on Instagram and stuff. So she wrote me that I made English her favorite subject at school, and and she just thanked me for everything, and she said it was amazing and stuff, and I was wow. I really liked her, and I felt a bit sad about this leaving thing, but you know, we gotta move on, right? It wouldn't last forever anyway, so but I am really proud of all of our work, and yeah, I don't think she even knows I have a channel, but never mind. And also last year, somewhere exactly a year ago actually, I got a job as a teacher of an extra English class, like the additional English class. So it was kind of like I knew someone who knew someone, you know, but I got the job. I guess I liked the job. I mean, it was well paid, and the school was had a lot of useful equipment, and I got a book for free and stuff, so it was pretty amazing. But the group was a bit hard to handle because there were only like 7 students, but they were very different. There were a few girls that were 16 and 2 boys that were 13, so there was a huge gap in their skills. So it was almost impossible to make to prepare a lesson that would be satisfying for all of them. Especially that one girl probably knew vocabulary better than I did. So, so yeah. So eventually, I guess I kind of got fired because the group just like dissolved. They just didn't want to come anymore, and that's understandable. And it took me a lot of effort to not take it personally, but I guess it wasn't very professional to form a group like that. But also I kind of feel like I am not the best teacher. I also had a few other students, like only for the private tutoring. I also had one boy who had a very complicated family situation, and I feel like, well, he was very smart. He needed like compensating tutoring, which I actually specialize at. I don't really like to do extra stuff, maybe because I'm lazy, but I'm definitely better at the compensating thing. But he was very smart, and he asked like just incredible questions sometimes, and he was so underestimated by his family. I just couldn't believe it. So because of the complicated family situation, they just like ended my services or something, and that was a bummer. I also had 2 other students that were really tiring, and their parents never called me again after the summer break, and I was kind of glad that they didn't. As I said, I have mixed feelings about teaching, because on one hand, on the emotional hand, I really have a soft spot for teaching. It warms my heart a little bit when I think about teaching. But on the rational hand, I know I kind of suck at it most of the time. So I will probably not be a teacher, even though I have a degree in teaching. Never mind. Didn't really teach me anything. I kind of feel like some people watching this would not believe that I am a bad teacher, because I had many comments where people compliment me that I could be a good teacher, and there were a lot of questions of if I am a teacher or of some kind. But don't try to imagine me as a teacher from what you see on YouTube, because I am way more awkward in real life. So if you ever see me somewhere, which has never happened yet, I mean, no one has ever approached me on the street or whatever, but if you ever see me, I mean, come say hi or something, because don't be a creep, okay? But if I act really weird, sorry, but that's just how I am. Yeah, so if you think I'm a good teacher, you're probably wrong. My background picture of my Facebook page doesn't lie. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have some questions, of course, type them under this video. That's the best way. And if there are like 5 questions, I will make another video. And that's it. Thank you for watching. subscribe, like, comment, if you like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye. I always have to scratch something when I talk. I don't know, I'm awkward.